Johnny Cage, you have been chosen to fight.
Tell me you're not some crazy fan.
What's going on, y'all? It's Liam Crowley with Screen Rant, and we are here at New York Comic Con with the cast of Mortal Kombat. Has everyone been doing that this weekend to you?
Yeah, great, thank you. How are you?
I'm stoked to chat with you guys. Your poster has been in the background of the predecessing film all weekend long. You guys have been a highlight of this weekend for us, so thanks so much for taking the time to chat. To start with the cast here, you guys are joining the Mortal Kombat franchise. I'm sure you've seen fan art of yourselves in these characters. How has it felt to embody these characters that you might have been fan cast for so long? Karl, we can start with you.
It always it blows me away at how much love there is for Mortal Kombat out there. I mean, and it's justified too. It's such a fantastic game with such a rich lore and depth of wonderful characters, and to meet the fans who are so genuinely into it and passionate about it, and you know, we can't wait for them to see this film because it's got a lot of heart, a lot of action, and it's really it's gonna be something to behold.
Thank you. I feel like it was really fun once you know, the movie came out and once the characters were confirmed, the ones that would actually be in the movie, when fans started creating fan art and we could see what they wanted Kitana to look like before they knew what the official costume would look like. So it was cool to see the different variations. But yeah, I'm excited that everyone else is excited.
Well, for me, it made the little kid in me go crazy. I was just like, yo, what? Like, especially seeing all the fan art and things, it's just like, it still kind of feels like a weird dream sometimes. Like, oh my God, is this my life? Is this what's happening? It's such an honor to be received in such a wonderful way by the fans. To know that they're excited, to know that they're open to a new iteration, and that's. Yeah, it's just really special. And yeah, like I said, the kid in me is like living for it.
Wonderful to hear. Martyn, how about you?
You know, for me, I feel that Shao Kahn is one of the biggest, best. I mean, this is probably a very biased opinion, but characters in looks and grandeur and the outfit and so on, and to get to put that on and to feel as if the character's real within myself was such a humbling experience, and so much fun. And I'm sure every single character feels the same about their own person. I feel when you get to play the part, you just have such an attachment, and it's such a special feeling. So to see the fans' love for that character, it feels incredible, to be honest.
Simon, for you, this film has been a long time coming, specifically Mortal Kombat 2. I know it was impacted by the strike. I know you guys shot production beginning back in June of 2023, and now we're here October 2025, bringing it full circle. How did you make sure that throughout the course of production, your vision for Mortal Kombat 2 stayed consistent, even with the breaks in production?
Well, there were breaks, and there were some frustrations, but the breaks came at good times. So in pre-production, so the writer's strike happened just after Jeremy had done all the work, so that was fine. And then we got into pre-production, and in building, that's almost my favorite part of making the movie. It's where the tone gets built. It's where the sort of real calibration happens of kind of where I want the emotion and where I want how we're going to bring this together, what I want it to look like, what I want it to feel like. And during that pre-production period, and then into when, you know, all these guys started rolling up and we started shooting, we kind of locked it in. Everyone sort of felt like it was a really enjoyable experience, actually. Those first, when everyone came, we were talking about character and we were getting costumes right, and so that was almost the final part of the creation of the tone. And so once we got going, it was really just, what I try and do is I build it in pre-production, and my goal then is to have it all planned, have it meticulously worked out. And so when we're shooting, it's just really just making sure that it just sort of stays heading in the right direction. And ultimately, the shoot days kind of just look after themselves. So, I think I was lucky where they landed, and I never really got compromised with how I sort of kept an eye on the tone.
That's wonderful. Jeremy and Ed, I want to talk about the action with you guys. Ed, specifically, this is a world that you created. Obviously, so many great action sequences have been brought to life through the art of video games, but live action acting is a whole different beast. Was this a project that you ever thought could be realized before that first film was made with modern technology? And how does Mortal Kombat 2 elevate the action that preceded it?
Well, I think it at least doubles the number of fights. It's crazy how intense it is in terms of the volume of action that is in this movie, and the fights are also, what I love about them is it's supernatural combined with martial arts. So you always see kind of crazy over the top. These characters are doing things that are clearly impossible, but they're a lot of fun to watch. That's pretty much what the video game is. The video game is this hyper realistic version of fighting, and it translates great into this film.
And Jeremy, to talk to you about some of the scenes that you wrote, was there anything you thought was too ambitious when you wrote it on the page, and then Simon was able to bring it to life, your actors were able to bring it to life, that you just couldn't believe it was happening before your eyes?
I mean, I can't tell you what a blessing it is as a writer to, number one, to have a cast like this where you can ask them to make you cry or you can ask them to do a backflip and they can pull off both. That's pretty rare in terms of writing. But then to have Simon and his sort of vision for this and the stunt team he assembled is next to none. It's look, I've already gotten in trouble once today for overhyping this movie. But with that said, if this movie had come out this year, it would have been the best action movie of this year. The fact that it's coming out next year, it's just going to be the best action movie of next year. That's what a phenomenal job Simon and his cast did. The movie's just awesome.
Karl, I want to talk about Johnny Cage a little bit here. The rollout, the press rollout for your character specifically has been so unique. Are you aware of the boxes that people got sent with Johnny Cage, the character, promoting his own in-universe movie?
No, I'm not aware of that.
My boss needs to tell you about it because he's the one who got it. But there was a whole Johnny Cage VHS tape, and it's one of the more unique press rollouts we've seen so far.
Oh, cool. I need this in my life. People I need to talk to.
What's gorier, Mortal Kombat 2 or The Boys Season 5?
Oh man, come on. That's a tough question, which I will not answer out of respect for The Boys, but I will say that Mortal Kombat it just does not disappoint on a multitude of levels. Like if you're a fan of the game and you go to the cinema, you're gonna love this movie. If you've never watched or played Mortal Kombat and you go to the cinema, you're gonna love this movie because this movie is made for fans of big, fun, bold, action, epic adventures, and you're in for a hell of a ride.
Amazing. We'll wrap with this, guys. What do you think is an element of Mortal Kombat 2 that's going to surprise some fans? I heard earlier that the cast here can also make us cry, too, which is not an emotion I expect to evoke in a Mortal Kombat movie. What's going to surprise us about Mortal Kombat 2?
I think what I wanted to create, and Jeremy started it with the script, and then I wanted to have lower lows and higher highs with the characters and what they have to go through, and there's a lot of emotion in this movie because I feel like the fights become all the more potent and all the more enjoyable to watch if you've hooked into the characters and you really want to go on their journey with them. So I think there's a lot of emotion in this film.
Amazing. Anything else to add, anyone? A lot of emotion, a lot of action.
Epic action. I tell you, I mean, I've done a few sort of action stunt fight related projects. This by far was the most technically challenging sequence of fights that I've ever done, and the stunt team that we have on this, Kyle Gardner, Mike Lear, the whole team, they approached this with such passion and such reverence for not only the game, but then also, other artists, martial artists that have been predominant in the genre, and they knocked it out of the park, and they made us look good. So I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's gonna be fun.
Heck yeah, I think it's called Uncaged Fury is the in-universe movie.
That's right.
We got a VHS tape of. So Rob Keyes, if you're watching, because I know you are, make sure you get in touch with Karl Urban and send him a copy of what you got. Well, guys, thanks so much for taking the time to chat.
Thank you, Lynn. Appreciate that, man.
Mortal Kombat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.